Good evening. I'm so happy to see you this evening. Karibuni sana. I can see you Achieng. I can see you Aquilin Baka. I can see you Ann Kinyua. Amazing BN. Caroline Wambui. Cecily is here. Jen, I can see you. Jen, I can also see you again. Mnyanzi Nyaki, karibu sana. Mumbi, Paris. Rebecca, Rose, amazing, amazing. Keep on telling the other members that we are on. The book club meeting is on. Welcome, 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 welcome. Nice, nice, nice having you. Tell us where you are joining us from. Tell us where you are joining us from this evening, so that as we are gathered together, we are able to tell where you are tuning from. You can share in the chat. Let us see in the chat where are you tuning from. Welcome. Where are you tuning from? Cecily is in Lyon, France. Welcome so much, our member in the book club. Welcome, welcome. Mumbi is tuning in from Machakos. Amazing, amazing. Jane Benga from Nairobi City. It's so nice to know you are in Nairobi City. Wow. And Paris from Kerugoya. Ann Kinywa from the CBD, Nairobi. Rose from Rongo. Hey, the face of Kenya. Wow, wow, nice. Who else? Let's see. Rose Mongera is Encounter to Earth River from Nairobi. We wish you well. It has rained, really rained, yes. Jen Joki from Nairobi, Thika Road. Wow, amazing, amazing, amazing. Goodness. She's en route, Rose. Actually, Mbaka from Ngong, Kenya. Amazing, amazing. It's so good just to be together from different parts of the country, different parts of Africa, different parts of the world, and to gather in the evening at a time like now, female leaders, women leaders across board. We are of different ages. We have the young, we have the old, all of us together. And it's such a beautiful thing. So I'm so happy to have you. And today we are having a webinar on creating miracles in 2025. So I am so happy that you are here. Kindly inform your friend, that colleague, someone somewhere who can benefit from this, that we are already in the house. We are already here. Wow. Anyone else wants to tell us where they are joining us from? I want the numbers to reach 20 so that we don't lose more people, so at least people can join in. Yes, thank you so much. Karibuni, karibuni sana, sana. Wow, yeah, now we are 20 and we can start this conversation. And I'm just wondering, yes, Gloria. Gloria is joining us from Rongai, Kajiado. Exactly. Nelly Koros from Eldoret. Wow, it's amazing. You can imagine. And all of us, we are women, you know, and we are watching with our families, whoever they are, our brothers, our sisters, our husbands, our parents. Yes, Munyanzi Nyaki from Kilifi. Amazing, amazing. I think I've never had somebody from Kilifi, so welcome. We feel so good to have you, and I'm so happy to host you this evening. We have a good number now. I'm just wondering, and I'm just curious. When you saw the title of our meeting this evening, Create Miracles in 2025, what came up in your mind? You can also share that in the chat as we move on. What triggered you? What was there so that you felt, oh, miracles in 2025? What did you think about? I'm curious to see that. Did you think that you are blind? Now you are able to see. What came up for you when you had creating miracles in 2025? So hold that thought as we now do the introduction. Great. So we are moving on, and I realize there are people we've not met before. We don't know each other. You have been invited to come and join us, or you have seen us online and you are here. So we want to say happy new year. Happy New Year 2025, because this is the year we are speaking about, is a year that we want to have some beautiful miracles happening in this year. So amazing, and that is so good. So happy new year to you whom we have not met before. So who is this lady who is speaking to you this evening? Those who have not been in our cycles, my name is Lois Muteti. They call me Queen Teti because I wear my crown with pride. And I'm so happy to be your host this evening. And I'm all about igniting, you can see that flame, igniting limitless, endless possibilities, because that's what is the thing. Possibilities are so many, they are limitless, we can't finish them. They are endless. These possibilities are possible for you, if I can use that English. And it's for you because you are an ambitious woman leader wherever you are. In one of my programs, Unleash the She Leader, is a coaching program. We actually demystify leadership because anytime someone says leadership, we think of titles, we think of positions. But in that program, we demystify leadership and we realize you are actually a leader where you are, God has planted you. And that's why we say, bloom, bloom, lead, lead where God has planted you. I hope that sinks in. So you are a leader. So when I say ignite possibilities for you, ambitious leader, you cannot be here if you are not an ambitious leader. There are so many people who are told that there's a webinar this evening. There are so many people who saw this online and they didn't even bother. But the reason you are here is because there's something within you that tells you, where I am, there can be more. I can do more. I can have more. I can become more. So that is what I am here for as your host this evening, to ignite, to awaken, to bring up those new possibilities for you in 2025. So I am a leadership and transformation coach. I am a certified trainer and speaker, and that's why I am here for the next level of your influence and impact. So that is me, Lois Muteti. Lois Muteti is married to one husband, and his name is Mr. Tomato. Maybe you have heard about him somewhere. Great. And I'm so happy because as I lead, as I coach, as I train, as I speak, I also write. And what I write is about leadership, is about abundance, is about wellness. Those are the three pillars of this platform that I founded, Blue Waters Coaching. It's all about leadership, all about abundance, and all about wellness. So these two books speak the same. I have these two books. One was launched in February 2024, and the other one was launched in September 2024. If you don't have any of the books, or you only have one of the books, then I'm here to ignite a possibility that yes, you can get both of the books. That is the kind of a mindset that I'm here to ignite, that you can be a reader, because all leaders are readers. For you to go to the next level in 2025, you cannot remain where you have been. Personal growth and development is an important step for you. So here I am, all about leadership, all about abundance, and all about wellness. So welcome to the year of Jubilee. This is our year 2025. And I am so glad because you are here, because tonight you will go home different. You will have come here different and you'll go home. You will sleep a better version of yourself. Because today we are giving you the Jubilee blueprint. Because if it is a year of Jubilee, then it's a year of expansion, is a year of new territories, is a year of breakthroughs and miracles. And that's why our title today is Create Breakthroughs, Create Miracles. Miracles, it's about the extraordinary. It's not about the kawaida things. It's going beyond what is normal and is seen to be normal by most ladies in their lives. So tonight we are going to see a new way of living, a new way of boldly stepping into the new opportunities by the person you become in 2025. So that is your Jubilee blueprint. And you are here, my friends, to create miracles. Now, I have a question for you, ladies. Gentlemen, if any, and the families that are watching. What kind of a house, what kind of a mansion, what kind of a home do you want in 2025? That is the question I'm posing this evening. And I want you to look at this photo clearly. Look at the details, because excellence is about the details. And as you look at this photo, I want you to imagine that every day, you actually go to a construction site. And in that site, there are so many bricks and so many things that you are going to use to build the house that you want. So the choice is yours. You can decide to use bricks and come up with something like this, or you can use these excellent stones and this kind of a design to come with a house. But the thing is, every day God has given you a day in 2025, you will be building your house. And that house is your life. Every day you'll be there, the construction site. And it's up to you to design the kind of a house you want. Where do you want the flowers? Where do you want the windows? Which shape? It's all about you. And then nobody can do this for you. That is the most unfortunate thing. That it is you who will wake up from your bed and go to the construction site. And it is you who will choose what you want. Nobody will do it for you. The only thing you can observe is, oh, that neighbor, how come their house is different from mine? That's the same thing. That's why you are here this evening. You'll be observing and wondering, how come this house? And every day we are waking up the same. Every day we are waking up the same. We are all going to the construction site and everything is provided for all of us in same equal measure. We all have 24 hours, all of us. All of us, we all have 24 hours in a day. Nobody has extra. The opportunity is the same. But you will see ladies who will build magnificent houses in 2025, while others will continue struggling, wondering, what did I do wrong in my life? How come the more I'm putting these bricks, the more, the other part is wearing out. I built it just yesterday. What happened? Something happened overnight. It rained. The winds came and blew. Something happened. So as you watch those two houses, I want you right now, in the quietness of yourself, just ask yourself, which house do I want in 2025? And take a second. Take a second and think. There's a book called Think and Grow Rich. It's about your thoughts. Think. After you think, that's when you make a decision. Now, your house has several rooms, and you've said your house is your life. And every brick, every material that you choose to build your house must fit into the various parts of your house. The sitting room, the dining, the kitchen, the landscaping, every aspect, the roofing. And this is exactly what you do every day. Your life has several rooms. And one room is your health, your physical wellness and fitness. So I'm just wondering, which bricks are you putting in there? In your health, in your physical wellness and fitness? Or there's no brick at all even. There are some ladies They have no, in their budget, there's no brick for them. There's no stone. How many stones have you put in your personal growth and mindset? How many stones? What quality of stones? Is it a once-off thing? Is it a daily or weekly? Today you'll discover how to build this house of yours. How about your spirituality? Yesterday, I had a beautiful program I call Visioneering. This is a program we do every year at the beginning of the year, just this time, the last week of January, when we have settled and we get to know what exactly we want for the year. And one of us just told us about spirituality goals, because sometimes we just put spirituality as one goal in our lives, not knowing that we can actually have goals and sub-goals under spirituality, that you can actually build a house with one big room called spirituality. I want you now to start reflecting. How many stones and how many bricks, and what is the design of your spirituality? What about your emotional well-being and mental health? Are you just always running up and about that you forget about this room in your life? You clean it. What happens to this room called emotional well-being and mental health? Remember, we are building a house in 2025. What about your money and finances? Is this room open and full of beautiful things and goodies? What have you kept in there? What about your career? What you do every day, your passions, your business? How is this room? How are you building it? How are you designing it? What have you put in there? Is there some furniture? What about the fun and leisure? Sometimes we forget this room. It's like a store. You know, we just lock it and we forget there's something called fun and leisure. Now we are rebuilding, like Nehemiah, rebuilding those walls again, because this house must stand. What about that room called rest and recreation? Remember, this is your house. And there could be much more you could add in there. But sometimes we are not even privy to what a house we should build. We just see a house there and we just start copying and pasting and building like somebody else without sitting down to design our house. To some, love and romance is past tense. How about igniting it in 2025? What about family and friends? Your physical environment. What kind of a house do you want in 2025? Look at that picture again and start thinking and reflecting. Why? Because if you keep carrying old bricks into that house, old bricks, old patterns, how you've been doing things over and over again in 2024, in 2023, in the last decade, then, my friend, no wonder you are just building the same house over and over again. Ladies and gentlemen, if you want to build a different house, a miraculous house in 2025, then that's why we are having this conversation. You must change the bricks. You must. There is no option. And I will tell you that as the truth. If you want miracles and you are here to create miracles in 2025, then you must change the bricks. You must change the way you have been living your life. The bricks of your life must change. You must come on board now and start rethinking about what bricks I want in each and all these rooms in my life. How I want my house designed in 2025. 2025. As we begin this evening, and I hope you are excited, are the bricks you are using today helping you build the mansion of your dreams? Or are they simply recreating the same house you have built before? And no wonder the same results you've been getting over and over again. And it happens easily and effortlessly. You don't even need to do anything because they are following a pattern that you have. 2023 just the same, 2024 just the same. But 2025, we are saying, no, 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 enough is enough. And I'm wondering, is there anyone like in this room? You can share in the chat and say, never again, I am rebuilding the walls of my kingdom. I am rebuilding my house. Somebody like that? Kindly put that in the chat. I want to see your commitment in 2025 to create miracles in your year 2025. That now you're going to take charge of your year and you're going to say, no, this year I am rebuilding. I am using different bricks. Yes, yes, yes. Edna says, yes, this is my year of power. Exactly. Oh my goodness, this is the way to go. You must confess it. So confess it right now. Put it in the chat, ladies. Let's see the energy that this year I am building the mansion of my dreams. Mumbi says, this is my year of divine manifestation. Jen says, I am rebuilding a different year, a house, a year of ignited possibilities. And that is the way to do this. You must confess it. That is the first. And you share it with the world. Let the world know. Don't hide it. Oh, I'm building at my house. I don't want anyone to see it. No, go forth boldly and declare and say it. This is my house. I am building it. I have got a plan for it. So thank you so much who have shared. That's amazing, amazing. Remember, you have a choice. You have a choice. I am not here to force anything. We are not here to force you to follow our path. What we are saying is you are free to choose, but you are not free from the consequences of your choice because choices have consequences. John Gikonyo says, I am building a mansion of my dreams. I have a plan. Cicely says, this year my house gonna be amazing and glow that everyone will see it from afar. Yes, 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 unstoppable you are. Gloria says, year of taking back my territory. Yes, their time must come that you must see that. Rhoda Carlo says is my year of transformation. Achieng says is my year of expansion. Oh my goodness. Kumbo says this is me this year, divine manifestation. Exactly. And Bata says this is the year of building my mansion. Anne says I'm living my dreams. I am so happy you have the right energy because you need that energy to move on. And I want to say to you that then your habits are your bricks. Your habits, what you do every day when you go to that construction site, and that is your life, then those habits are the architects of your 2025. So if you want to be somewhere different, you start by building the habits that will take you there. Good or good. This is amazing and amazing. Nelly is ignited. Sarah says, my year to use the right bricks. Angeline says, is my year of extraordinary transformation. Ross says, is my year of establishment. Amazing, amazing. And with those remarks now, we are ready to start off. And that's why we are here, because I have got a vehicle to help you. I have got a system to help you. And that's why we are gathered this evening. We are gathered because I post the I Am Leading Book Club, a place, a safe space for you to be with other women leaders. There you will be empowered to gain confidence and skills to lead your life effectively. There is continuous growth impacting your personal and leadership development. There's community because you are being held accountable. Is a sisterhood by other inspiring women leaders. That is your place for your well-being, whether it's whether it's your physical, you will get it there. So amazing, amazing. So that's why we are here. And I have amazing ladies who have been members of the I'm Leading Book Club. And I call them igniters this season. They are going to ignite something within you. Aquilin says, this is the year of my rebirth. Amazing. Thank you, ladies, for contributing and participating. You are ignited. So allow me now to call in my first speaker. I believe she's in the house. Please confirm, Mumbi, you are in?
Yes, Coach, I am.
Oh, great. Amazing. Yes. So we have our first lady, our first igniter this evening, Mumbi Mwikuri. She said is ambassador loading. That's how she calls herself, an ambassador loading. She says she's a born-again Christian and a proud single mother of her sunshine, and she calls him Heartbeat. She's a governance guru and practitioner with 14 years of experience and still unlearning old habits and learning new ones. She's a seasoned Blue Waters Coaching Life member. I love that, Mumbi. I love the declaration. You see, it's your intention. That's amazing. And practitioner who in the recent past has picked up once again commitment and consistency. Wow. I have enjoyed, she says, I have enjoyed The Miracle Morning. That's the book you are reading. I am committed and determined to enjoy my year of Jubilee 2025 as I look forward to the divine manifestation. She says, a mantra this year. Oh, I love this. She's creating miracles. She says, I can, I will, I must. Come on board, Mumbi Mwikuri. Welcome, welcome, welcome.
Thank you, Coach. What an introduction. Very humbling. You can allow me to share?
Yes, let me do that. Yes, you are.
Coach, confirm that you can see the screen.
Yes, yes, yes.
Okay. So good evening, ladies. I'm very humbled. I don't know, after such an introduction and also Coach Lois's highlights. It's a very humbling experience. I hope I will not bore you. I will try to be very fast so that I can give opportunity to the others. So this is a book review by me. I call myself Ambassador Mumbi Mwikuri, and I'll go straight to it. Chapter 1 was about it's time to wake up to your full potential. And George Lorimer says you've got to wake up every morning with determination if you're going to go to bed with determination. So chapter 1 had 3 key themes. The first one was awareness of potential. And Phil McGraw says awareness without action is worthless. And Elrod argues that many people live below their potential due to negative habits and self-limiting beliefs. And the application I got from that theme was self-assessment and goal setting, so that for you to be able to unlock your potential, you need to take time to evaluate your current life situation and then set a goal that is defined, specific, and measurable, so that then you're able to break these goals into smaller actionable steps to make them achievable. The second theme was the power of mornings. And Joel Osteen says that life begins each morning. In this chapter, it was highlighted that the way you start your day affects your overall well-being. The application here is twofold, that you must have a morning routine creation. You establish a consistent morning routine, and then the morning mindset. You must start each day with a positive mindset. And for me, what I have done, and you can see on the screen, is I've created a morning routine where I wake up early at 4 o'clock every day. I have been very consistent on that. Alarm or no alarm, 4 o'clock, it's an automatic trigger. I do meditation, I plan, I have a journal I will be sharing with you snippets of it as I continue to present. Those are the routines that I have created. And the third theme was commitment to change. And Jim Rohn says, motivation is what gets you started. Commitment is what keeps you going. So that the reader urges that you make a commitment to change your life, you embrace proactive mindset. And the application here is personal commitment statement, where you must write it down and outline the desire to change and grow. And also accountability, that you must share your commitment with a trusted friend. I'll be sharing my accountability partner. I got the permission for data protection to use their data. And one of the things that came out very strongly is there are 4 steps for making mindset change commitments. The first one, you must have a deep knowledge of why you want to change. Then once you know why, you make a clear commitment to yourself first. Once you have made that commitment to yourself, then you share that commitment with people who support you. And for me, it is my accountability partner, so that we have a common goal and they keep reminding me of what I had set my mind to do. Then for every chapter, I had a Bible verse. Like I said, I'm born again, and I believe that there is nothing in this world that is an accident. Everything is in the basic instruction before leaving earth, what I call the Bible. And for chapter 1, it is Jeremiah 29:11, that God says, I know the plans I have for you, declares the Lord, plans to prosper you, not to harm you, plans to give you hope and a future. So as you're preparing and coming up with things that you need to do and dealing with your self-limiting beliefs, you should have that in mind, that God has already figured it out and he has nothing but good plans for you, for your hope and a future. In the second chapter, it was the miracle morning origin, born out of desperation. And Anthony Robbins says, to make profound changes in your life, you need either inspiration or desperation. And this chapter had 4 key themes, is what I picked. And I loved what John Maxwell says, you'll never change your life until you change something you do daily. The secret to your success is found in your daily routine. And the author emphasized on how you start your morning significantly influences the rest of your day. And there were 2 applications here. One is to design a morning routine. You personalize a morning routine that will have activities that you enjoy doing. Then you prioritize the activities and identify the most important ones for your well-being and productivity. For me, this has been done. I took up, I think when I read the book, one of the things that was clear, my morning routines are very clear, that I wake up, 5 minutes of silence, prayer or meditation, 5 minutes of affirmation, 5 minutes of visualization. It will be coming out clear as I continue presenting. Then I'd normally do 30 to 40 minutes of exercise. I'm a bit slow in the first few days because of a fasting period we are going through. So I normally do the walking. And then I spend time on reading the Bible and reading the book. I have completed this book. And then journaling. I have adapted journaling. I wasn't very good and consistent at it, but now I am. The second theme was the impact of your morning on your day. And Eleanor Roosevelt said, it takes as much energy to wish as it takes to plan. And the impact of the morning routine is beginning your day with purpose and positivity. And the application here is to reflect on your mornings. You keep a journal and track what it is that you're doing, and then create a morning ritual. And I will be sharing again, like I said, as we move closer, that when I attended the book launch for Coach Lois, and I was the MC and humbling so, I was given a gift in form of a journal, Choose to Shine, a guided journal. And you will have snippets as I continue to present, that every day I wake up and write on that journal what I need to do. What are my goals? Do I have any appointments? I write notes, and at the end of the day before I sleep with intention to tick off the things that I have managed, and those that I have not, I then carry to the next day. And this is one of the examples that the third theme was about mindset and attitude. And your attitude, not your aptitude, will determine your altitude. What does that mean? It is not the effort that you put in. It is your ability to face the challenges that come across in life. You take them positively, and then you will change your narrative. And the application here is about positive affirmations that you have to incorporate in your morning routine and read them out aloud. For what you read out becomes etched in your mind and starts becoming a reality. And then practicing gratitude. Have 3 things that you're grateful about every day. And for me, this is an example I did on the 16th of January this year. And that is how that book is structured. And thank you very much, Coach Lois, for that guided journal. Like I always say, yours is just a golden thread. So on the 16th, I was grateful for spiritual growth, developed emotional intelligence and employment. And what I am currently loving was my miracle morning, my commitment, my studying of the Bible, my peace of mind and contentment, my gratitude, and my family. And there is power in writing. When you write down something, it becomes a reality over time. The 4th one was about setting intentions for the day. And Wayne Dyer says, our intention creates our reality. And the writer highlights the importance of setting intentions each morning. And so the application of that theme is that you must have daily intentions. Start each morning by taking a moment to set your clear intentions. Then visualize your success. You spend a few minutes visualizing your day going well and what it will make you feel. And as you can see, that is 16th of January again. I set an intention for that day. And vision board, tick, you will see it today. Affirmations, tick, you will see them as I present. PowerPoint of Miracle Morning Summary, that was chapter 6. It was the time I was doing the summary, tick. Evening chat service, tick. Travel home to see my son, I did, tick. And how was the quality of my sleep and how is it affecting my mood? I wrote down that day. Then I had a scripture for that chapter. That is 2 Corinthians 12, verse 9. My grace is sufficient for thee, for my strength is made perfect in weakness. So that even if I'm struggling, even if I don't want to do something, I know at the back of my mind, his grace is sufficient for me and I have power. He has made me perfect in my weakness. So I rise up every day with an intention. The 3rd chapter was about the 95% reality check. And Robin Sharma says, one of the saddest things in life is to get to the end and look back in regret, knowing that you could have been, done, and had so much more. And I would encourage the ladies here to read the book, Who Will Cry When I Die? Very powerful. That when you wake up in the morning, wake up with intention and purpose. In that chapter, there were 4 key themes, and it's very interesting that Coach Lois has brought up the wheel of life. And Anthony said, don't reinvent the wheel, just realign it. And the concept of the 95% reality check, Elrod says that 95% of the people live their life in a state of mediocrity and they settle for less than their potential because of the circumstances surrounding them. And the application here is twofold. Self-assessment. Reflect on your current life circumstances. Identify the areas that you are weak in and what you need to do to be able to realize your full potential. And then awareness of those limitations, write them down so that you hold yourself accountable. Acknowledge these beliefs as obstacles that need to be addressed. And that I have done with the wheel of life. I'm not yet, I don't want to say I'm not yet confident, but on my mirror, I have this wheel of life very clearly marked, as you can see, marked 1 to 10. And I am yet to get to 10 in most of them, but at least on an average, other than significant other, that is probably at negative, but it is a work in progress for me this year. The second concept was recognizing the need for change. And James Baldwin says, not everything that is faced can be changed, but nothing can be changed until it is faced. So that then the application here would be that you need to identify the pain points. You list specific aspects of your life that you want to change. And then you take the first step. It is the first step towards improvement. Then you set clear goals based on your identified pain points. And how do you recognize the need for change? It is done in 5 steps. 1, you admit that you need to change. Once you have admitted, you identify the source of the problem. Once you have identified it, then you seek help. And for me, I sought help in Coach Lois and in BWC, and it has been an amazing journey, non-regrettable. And once you have sought that help, then you set goals. Because if you don't plan, if you don't set a goal, then you have nothing to realize. And you don't stop at setting the goal. Then you take action. The third theme was about the role of the mindset in transformation. And Wayne Dyer says, if you change the way you look at things, the things you look at change. So that the author highlights a positive and growth-oriented mindset is crucial for making lasting changes. What is the application here? Adapt a growth mindset by embracing the belief that you can improve and grow through effort and perseverance. And then surround yourself with positivity. Engage with people and content that uplift and inspire you. And that is an illustration of what is a growth mindset. Yes, you make mistakes, but you acknowledge that the mistakes help you learn. Then you value feedback, you improve with practice, you do not give up no matter the circumstances, and you keep asking yourself, is this my best work? But with a fixed mindset, you keep avoiding making mistakes, and yet it is through mistakes that we learn. Then you always say, I am not, you compare yourself to other people and say, I'll never be that smart, I'll never be that good, I'll never have that body. Then you think, I know best. You're stuck in your situation and in your cocoon, and then you say, this is not good enough, or I give up. So those are the 2 different things that you must have a positive mindset to make a lasting impact and change of transformation in your life. The 4th theme that I took from this is taking responsibility for your life. And Alan Hunt says, it's only when you take responsibility for your life that you discover how powerful you truly are. So that you stop blaming people, you stop blaming circumstances, you have that personal responsibility in shaping your life. And the application here is you own your choices. You reflect on how your decisions have made your current reality, and then commit to an action. Create an action plan that outlines the steps you will take to shift your current situation. And if you take responsibility for yourself, you certainly will develop a hunger to accomplish your dreams. And with that, there was a scripture, and the scripture is John 10:10, that God says, I came that they might have life, and that they might have it more abundantly. So that when you're taking these steps, it is to know that there is a promise that God has nothing but good plans, and his plan is of an abundant life. That you're able, you can, you will attract everything that you so desire if only you put effort into it.
Mumbi, we can go faster?
Yes, then chapter 4, why did you wake up this morning? That when you wake up every morning with determination, you're going to go to bed with satisfaction. And there were 4 key themes: the power of morning rituals. And just one small positive thought in the morning can change your whole day. The application is to create a structured morning routine and experiment and adjust so that you're able to make sure that it is continuous and it is exciting for you. The second theme was the importance of consistency. And John Maxwell says that small disciplines repeated with consistency every day lead to great achievement gained slowly over time. Application is you commit to a daily practice and track your progress. And it is not a matter of intensity, but the consistency. Then the third theme was visualizing on your goals. When you combine powerful visualizations with deliberate actions, you can have whatever you seek, so that you have daily visualization practice and you create a vision board, and you have long-term, mid-term, and short-term goals that are achievable progressively. Then the 4th theme was the role of affirmations. And Louise Hay says, I am in the right place at the right time, doing the right thing. So that you develop personal affirmations, incorporate affirmations into your routine, and speak them out loudly every day. I will be sharing my affirmations later. There was a scripture there that Ephesians 2:10, we are God's workmanship created in Christ Jesus to do good works, which God prepared in advance for us to do. So we are God's masterpiece, and God's masterpiece has already been prepared for whatever it is that we so desire and wish, that whatever we ask, he will give. When we knock, he will open. When we seek, we shall find. Then the 5th chapter was the 5-step the snooze-proof wake-up strategy. This is people not like the mornings. Still there. And so you have to have a consistent bedtime and create relaxing pre-sleep routine. Then the second one is set your alarm across the room. I liked this saying that time is free, but it's priceless. You can't own it, but you can use it. You can't keep it, but you can spend it. Once you've lost it, you can never get it back. So it is important to be able to, once you set your alarm and you have a routine and you want to do it, it's important that you get doing it. Then the 3rd step was the 5-second rule, that when the alarm goes off, you start counting from 5 downwards. And Mel Robbins says there is a 5-second window every morning where you can take control. When you count backwards, you switch from thinking about getting up to doing it. The 4th step was about drinking water. And I loved that saying, that thousands have lived without love, not one without water. So you have to keep water at your bed and make it a morning habit. And the 6 reasons to drink water first thing in the morning: it flushes toxins, rehydrates, purifies your body, prevents and cures disease, fuels the brain, and helps renew the cells. The 5th step was move your body. Move your body, change your mind. That is a gymaholic who says that. And application is to incorporate exercise and create a morning movement. Just move your body, move your mind. And when you move your body, you move your mind, you change your mind, you change your body, and you change your life. And there's a scripture for that, your morning routine. Psalms 118:24. This is the day which the Lord hath made. We will rejoice and be glad in it. Chapter 6 was the miracle morning, the lifesavers. And this one's, I think I will not go through them. I did a presentation. It's about silence. Take time in the morning to do your silence. And then affirmations. And Muhammad Ali says it's the repetition of affirmation that leads to belief. Once that belief becomes a deep conviction, things begin to happen. And these are my affirmations as Mumbi. I am kind. I am loved. I am worthy. I am grateful. I am ambitious. I am empowered. And above all, I am enough. And visualization, Robert Collier says, see things as you would have them be instead of as they are. So that you must have a vision board and very clear on what it is that you want. And that is my vision board for 2025, a discussion for another day. My accountability partner is aware of that, and I'm sure she will hold me to book. The other one is exercise. If you don't take time for exercise, you'll probably have to make time for illness. The other one is reading. And Matthew Kelly says, reading is to the mind what exercise is to the body, and prayer is to the soul. We become the books we read. I think, Coach, I'm in book number 24, if my memory serves me right, this far since I joined the book club. And you can see I'm seated on a fountain of knowledge. The other one is about scribbling or writing. And Rolf Smith says, ideas can come from anywhere and at any time. The problem with making mental notes is that the ink fades very rapidly. So it is important that you keep a journal and write, and you're able to track your progress and to keep reminding yourself where it is that you want to go. And those are the miracle morning savers. And of course, there is a scripture to that. That once you have your savers and you know what you want to do and the activities, then Philippians 4:13, I can do everything through him, Christ, who gives me strength. Then chapter 7, the 6-minute miracle for busy people. This one was just about no matter how busy you are, just have a routine that you will do only for 6 minutes. And it had 5 themes: the value of short focused routines, what you stay focused on will grow, then simplicity in practice. Big change is the result of hundreds of tiny steps, and you have to choose one activity and eliminate distractions. But above all, keep checking your battery. Are you feeling great? Are you feeling okay? Are you struggling? If you're struggling, then change the tactic. Are you empty? Then look for something else to do so that you refill your energy. Then the other theme was flexibility in implementation. And Garrison Wayne says, action and flexibility create opportunity. And flexibility means that you must adapt the routine to your needs and utilize your downtime. And you must you don't have to do it at once, but make sure that every day you have done an activity in your savers. The other theme was commitment to consistency. And I love what Denzel Washington says, that without commitment, you will never start. Nothing happens. But more importantly, without consistency, you will never finish. Nothing grows. So the application here is you establish a routine, track your progress, be consistent, and committed to what you have desired to do. And then the 5th one was the power of the mindset. And Steve Maraboli says, once your mindset changes, everything on the outside will change along with it. And the application here is to start with a positive intention and reflect on the outcomes. And you can see the fixed mindset is locked to your circumstances and situations, and the growth mindset is open to opportunities that you present yourself for transformation. And there is a scripture for that. 1 Corinthians 10:31. Whatever you do, do it all for the glory of God, that you are a vessel created in his image for a purpose that will change this world and leave a legacy and footprints in the sands of time. So get up, ladies, do what you have to do and do it well, so that when you meet your master, he will be glad to say, well done, my child. Then chapter 8 was about customizing your miracle morning to fit your lifestyle. And this is just about accepting to be able to do what you enjoy doing. So you do this by 5 themes. You personalize personalization of the routine. You don't have to borrow from anyone. And the secret of your future is hidden in your daily routine. The second theme was flexibility and adaptability. And Okakura Kakuzo says the art of life lies in a constant readjustment to our surroundings, so that when the going gets tough, the tough get going. Do not limit yourself, just adjust. Adjust based on the circumstances and experiment with new practices to be able to continue enjoying. And then you will move from old ways into new ways. The third one was setting clear goals, so that without goals and plans to reach them, you're like a ship that has set sail with no destination. So define your goals and align your routine with your goals. And the goals must be SMART. Then the 4th one is creating accountability. And accountability, Stephen Covey says, accountability breeds responsibility. So that you share your goals with others, you join or form a group. And it is at this stage that I say I have an accountability, Jean Gikonyo, who is a part of the book club. And you do not have to wait to meet physically. We had our first fruitful meeting for over an hour online on phone. So yes, she'll be my accountability partner this season. Then the 5th theme is about reflecting and adjusting. And Vikas Ranwell says, honest self-reflection opens your mind to reprogramming, change, success, and freedom. And the reflective cycle is threefold. The pre-reflection, where you goal setting, planning, you set a goal and you plan. Then the action reflection, where you monitor and adjust. Then the post-reflection, where you evaluate and assess, and the cycle continues. And there is a scripture for that as you're planning. Proverbs 16:3. Commit to the Lord whatever you do, and your plans will succeed. And I love the King James Version, that when you commit to the Lord whatever you do, he will establish your plans without a doubt. And the 9th chapter was from unbearable to unstoppable. And I liked unbearable, uncomfortable, and unstoppable. So that motivation is what gets you started. Habit is what keeps you going. There were 6 themes. The power of consistency. And John Maxwell says, small disciplines repeated with consistency every day lead to great achievements gained slowly over time. The second theme was the importance of clarity. Define your why and set clear intentions. And Steve Maraboli says the best way to succeed is to have a specific intent, a clear vision, a plan of action, and the ability to maintain clarity. Those are the 4 pillars of success. It never fails. So that you have clarity of purpose, you have a growth mindset, and you have the courage to take action for what it is that you have purposed to do. The third theme was start small. And Simon Sinek says, dream big, start small, but most of all, start. Break down your habits into small mini goals so that you're able to focus incremental progress rather than immediate perfection. And there you are. That above all, your roots should be God's word. Then you create an idea. Then you have faith and action. And then you will have meaningful impact to grow that like that leaf. The 4th one was celebrate progress. And Greg says the key is to start small, encourage progress, and celebrate small wins. Acknowledge the achievements and reward yourself. And I love that. I did it. It's time to celebrate. No matter how small or big your progress, it's worth celebrating for. And the 5th one was overcoming obstacles. And Nelson Mandela says the greatest glory in living lies not in never failing, but in rising every time we fall. And the application is you identify the potential challenges, then you create a backup plan. Should something happen and you face challenges, just overcome them. Don't give up. Keep moving. And the 6th thing was about accountability and support, and I think I've talked about that. And Bob Proctor says accountability is the glue that ties commitment to results. And there's a scripture for that, Galatians 6:9. Let us not become weary in doing good, for at the proper time, we will reap a harvest if we do not give up. So start your habit, start small, do it every day. You will reap a harvest. And the 10th one was the Miracle Morning 30-Day Life Transformation Challenge. Life begins at the end of your comfort zone. And this is surreal. And I picked that there were 6 themes, and the first one was commitment to change. And John Maxwell says small disciplines repeated with consistency every day lead to great achievements gained slowly over time. Sign a commitment contract and set a start date. Me and my accountability partner set a date of the morning miracle and showing up on the book club from yesterday. And we said, if you do not show up, you give 500. So you can imagine I am 500 shillings rich because my accountability partner did not show up. So I'm challenging her to show up. And those are the stages of commitment to change. The other one is daily structure with savers. You have a habit tracker and allocate time for each activity. The third thing was tracking progress. And Darren Hardy says, tracking my progress and missteps is one of the reasons I've accumulated the success I have. And you celebrate small wins along the way. You set the goal, you treat yourself, you share your progress, and keep a progress journal. The 4th one was creating a support system. We have talked about that. And Wendell Berry says, you can't live entirely alone. You have to have some kind of a support system. And you do this, you build a support system in 6 stages. You identify your needs, you reach out to trusted individuals, you join support groups like the BWC, you seek professional help, especially in the era of mental health issues. Be open and honest. What Coach Lois says, vulnerability, speak your truth, and then practice self-care. And then the 5th one was embrace flexibility. And Anthony Robbins says, stay committed to your decisions, but stay flexible in your approach so that when things change, you're open to adjustment and you can experiment new things. And I love that caption. Life is about changing and growing. This is a caterpillar telling a butterfly, you've changed. And the butterfly looks at the caterpillar and thinks, but hello, we are supposed to. We cannot remain caterpillars forever. The sixth theme was celebrating milestones. I've already said that. And I saw an unknown saying that says, celebrate your milestones, even if they're only pebbles. Life is too short not to celebrate. And there are various ways of celebrating milestones. You can undertake a physical challenge, you can give back, you can do personal reflection, you can share your story, you can practice gratitude, you can treat yourself. And there is a scripture for that. 2 Corinthians 5:7. If anyone is in Christ, you are a new creation. The old is gone, the new has come. So you cannot stay in old habits. You cannot have unhealthy living. You cannot wallow in your challenges. You are new creation. The old is gone in Christ. Then the conclusion, let today be the day you give up when you've become. Things do not change, we change. And this one had 6 themes, embracing transformation. And you embrace each challenge in your life as an opportunity for self-transformation. And how do you embrace change? 1, get out of the comfort zone. It is a dream killer. And you do that by resilience and determination. Then you adapt a plan and stay focused. Then you learn. You set goals and find hidden treasures. Then you evolve and grow. That is the way you embrace change. For change is the only constant. The second one was taking action. We have already dealt with that. Overcoming self-limiting beliefs, because they decrease personal productivity, they lower your motivation, you don't take risks, you are a poor decision maker, you are less creative. So just overcome your limiting beliefs by identifying them and practicing self-compassion. Then there's cultivating resilience. And resilience is not about being unbreakable. It's about being able to put the pieces back together and continue on with renewable hope and courage. And why is resilience essential? It helps you cope with stress, it promotes mental health, and it enhances professional success and leadership. Just adapt a growth mindset and stay committed. The fifth one was creating a supportive environment. We have already talked about that. Surround yourself with positive influences and share your journey. Then limit exposure to negative information, develop a positive mindset, and practice self-care. The sixth was commitment to lifelong growth. Vince Lombardi says the quality of a person's life is in direct proportion to their commitment to excellence, regardless of their chosen field of endeavor. No matter what you do, lifelong learning for personal growth is important. You embrace a growth mindset, you set learning goals, you diversify your learning sources, you seek mentors and experts, you apply what you learn and share your knowledge. And there's a scripture for that. Isaiah 43:19. For I am about to do something new. See, I have already begun. Do you not see it? I will make a pathway through the wilderness. I will create rivers in the dry wasteland. Forget the former things. Do not dwell on the past. And there was the essential bonus, the email that will change your life. Coach, I have been sending this email from yesterday. Even today, I have sent albeit in my mind. I hope I'll be able to get through that. There were 5 themes there, the power of gratitude. And I love what Oprah Winfrey says. The single greatest thing you can do to change your life today would be to start being grateful for what you have right now. And the more grateful you are, the more you get. And the power of gratitude is just start a gratitude practice, express gratitude to others, and the power of gratitude is there. You have reduced depression, increased happiness, you reduce stress and anxiety, you increase productivity, you reduce pain, and you improve sleep. The other one was setting clear intentions. We have talked about that. But I love what Sylvia Hartman says. Intention moves energy. And a simple intention setting ritual is find a quiet space, deep breathing, visualize, write it down, speak it, and reflect every day. Define your goal and visualize achieving your goal. The third theme was embracing positivity. And Captain Jack Sparrow says, a positive attitude is something everyone can work on and everyone can learn how to employ it. Just take care of yourself, curate your environment, and practice positive self-talk. The fourth theme was taking action. And Robert Schuller says, better to do something imperfectly than to do nothing flawlessly. So that you break goals into actionable steps and commit to daily progress. And you can do that by doing a SWOT analysis on yourself. What are your strengths, your weaknesses, your opportunities, and your threats? The fifth theme was building relationships. And Michelle says that building relationships is not about transactions, it's about connections. Reach out to your networks, offer support to others, and those are the networks that I would look at: your church, your school, your family, your friends, and your community or your place of work. And there's a scripture for that. John 8:36. If the Son therefore shall make you free, ye shall be free indeed. For indeed God has given us the freedom to make the choices, and knowing that he has nothing but good plans, and we will succeed in our miracle morning without any hitches. And with that, I say thank you. And this is my gratitude for my sunshine, my heartbeat, my prayer for my son. Dear God, your gifts are many. I'm grateful for everyone. One of the greatest gifts you've given is the gift of my dear son. Thank you for his life, dear Lord. Watch over him each day. May he be safe and free from harm. As he goes about his way, bless him through life's trials. Help him choose right from wrong. An example be for all to see. Standing tall, proud and strong. Thank you very much.
Amazing, amazing, Mumbi. You've taken the excellence to the next level. I love the way you, everything was magnificent. The details, everything. So ladies, kindly let us celebrate Mumbi for the masterpiece that she has given us. Mumbi was a member of the Golden Diadems, and this is the kind of excellence they produce. Really, you are an ignited, abundant cheerleader. Thank you so much. Asante ni sana. Kindly let us celebrate Mumbi in the chat. That Mumbi has given us an overview of the book, so the rest of the speakers will not go to those details of the book. They will share their stories now about how they are actually embodying the lessons they have learned from the book. We already have now the overview of the book. It was a masterpiece, Mumbi. Asante sana. Now, allow me now to introduce our next speaker. That was Mumbi. We are done with her. Oh my goodness, sorry. Our next speaker, Gloria Amwaye. She tells me she's a finance specialist, majorly in the NGO sector. She's an aspiring entrepreneur desiring to get into the property management space. That is an affirmation for 2025. Mumbi has told us about affirmations. She says she got into the book club by chance when someone sent her an invite, just like most of you have received an invite. And she joined just out of curiosity, you know? And she says, I love the community of women pushing boundaries, pursuing goals and purpose, busting limiting beliefs and redefining what a woman is and can be. Wow. Some of the books he says we have read, like Failing Forward, Finding Me, and lately The Gift of Imperfections by Brené Brown, have deeply spoken to the person that I am and pursue to become. If the phrase, you are a sum total of the people who surround you, holds true, then Gloria says, I can confidently say, I am proud of who I am becoming, judging by the people I have found in this book club. Gloria Amwai. Take the glory now. The stage is yours. Karibu sana, Gloria.
Thank you, Coach. Thank you so much. And what an introduction. Mumbi, you have done it for us all. I don't think I will not be making a presentation because it will be more like a repetition of what Mumbi has done, although her presentation is just excellent. I'll just go to the highlights of what I got from this book because as you all know, you've been here, we've been doing VH and it had most of what we do in VH, but it was, for me, it was more of a justification or an explanation of even why I do VH, and even it gave me more stimulus to want to do it more, or even to understand what I do. So for me, I will be touching on what I learned and what I got from this book, and not necessarily summarizing it. For what one of my take homes was, I of course I loved the quotes that they had in this book, and one of them was, your level of success will rarely exceed your level of personal development, because success is something you attract by the person you become. And I think this is going to be one of the statements that I'll be taking with me in 2025, that I need to become so that I can attract what I need. And so I'm done with that stage of just wishing things. I've actually gotten to the level where I acknowledge that I need to become so that I can attract the things that I want, whether it's finances, whether it's health, whether it's the job positions that I need to become. And so there was also this statement of, an extraordinary life is about daily continuous improvement in the things or areas that matter. And that's by Robin Sharma. So for me to live my life in 2025, it's about daily constant improvement. And that's why I like what Miracle Morning does, because it actually highlights for us what we need to do to be able to achieve what we want to do in our 2025 in all aspects of our lives. He defined a life situation as a set of external circumstances, which are people and the things that surround us. And life, he defined it as who we are at our deepest level. Our attitudes, our mindsets are what make life. So sometimes we confuse life situations and life. Life is our innermost being, our attitudes and our mindset. That is what is life to us. And so he says life is made up of pies, which he says physical, intellectual, emotional, and spiritual. Which physical, the exercises and the health, the energy. Intellectual is the mind, intelligence, and our thoughts. Emotions of our feelings and our attitudes. And spiritual is our soul, our spirits, and the higher power. He goes to say that we create new life is where we create feelings, perspectives, beliefs, and attitudes in our lives. So it's in our lives where we create what is new and what we desire. Our outer life, which is our life situations, is simply a reflection of our inner being. And so as we go into 2025, whatever we see outside will be our reflection of how our inner being looks like, how our physical state, our intellectual state, our emotional state, our spiritual state. When guys say you look good, it will mean we'll have worked on our pies this year. And when we change our life, our outer situation will also change. So my focus is being the person that I need to attract what I want by changing my life, changing my pies. One thing which also was a light bulb moment was when he talked about waking up in the morning feeling energized despite the number of hours we've slept. Normally, I usually have plan to sleep for 7 hours. And if at all, for one reason or the other, I sleep late, I always know that I'm going to just have a difficult morning, because I've programmed my mind to sleep for 7 hours. And it was a light bulb moment knowing that it doesn't have to be that way. That even if I sleep for 3 or 4 hours, that I can program my mind to be okay with it through having a sleep affirmation. That he gave an example that using sleep affirmation before going to bed is, thank you for my 5 hours of sleep tonight. 5 hours is all I need to feel rested and energized in the morning. My body is capable of miraculous things, the least of which is generating an abundance of energy from 5 hours of sleep. And by doing these night affirmations, our mind reprograms and is able to use the number of hours we have slept. Remembering we're waking up at the same time. If our waking up time is 5, then it means whether I sleep for 3 hours, at 5 I wake up and my mind has already been programmed through my affirmations to be okay to use the 3 hours of sleep that I got to be able to deliver for me what I needed to do. And for me, this was a light bulb moment because I now stop giving excuses that when I sleep late, that I'm supposed to be grumpy in the morning because I didn't get my 7 hours of sleep. Now I know I just need to do my night affirmations every night to program my mind to be ready to wake up with the number of hours that I have achieved, and my body will be able to give me the results that I need for the day. So that was a take home for me, a very huge take home, because I'm one of those who complain when I have less sleep. I love also the way he summarized lifesavers after he's already defined for us as our life as being our place where we are able to change, to get new perspectives and new beliefs. He says lifesavers. He now goes to silence, affirmations, visualization, exercise, reading, and scribbling. So I'll not go deep into the definitions, but I'll go with my take homes on that. That silence for me is, it helps me to reduce stress and also increase my awareness and clarity. And so during my silence moment, I have learned to be silent, actually, like to count from 100 to 0 on backwards. And in that time, I'm doing nothing. I just want my mind to be clear. It helps me to focus and to just focus on nothing. And during my silent moment, I also do my exercise of what I call silence. I've learned to also do my prayers at that time, to do my meditations. Since I'm not a pro at meditation nowadays, I just use the guided meditations, and also to do deep breathing. Most guided meditations have a lot of deep breathing. So that's what I do for my silence, for my silence exercise. For affirmation, I have it helped me clarify a lot on affirmations, because previously affirmations to me was just saying something positive repeatedly. But he has helped me, and maybe that's why manifestation is taking a lot of time for me, is because I realized that for me, yes, I do repeat. In fact, I even write down, because I also had somewhere that you can write down your affirmations daily. But I also realized that I don't put emotion when I'm doing my affirmations, that I don't channel all my energy towards what I'm saying. And so that was one of my take homes, that when I'm creating affirmations, not just to say, oh, I want to lose weight, then I write, I have lost 20 kgs in 2 weeks, like, because I'm anticipating the loss. But actually it's to state, what do I really want? To really internalize what I want. Step 2, he says, why do you want it in the deepest level? Remember, we're trying to convince our subconscious to agree with us. So why do I want it in my deepest level? And then step 3 is whom am I committed to become to be able to create it? So you see the error that I was doing. For me, it was just saying something positively. But the book highlights that for you to be able to get to be doing affirmations correctly, you need to go to stage 1, what you want. Stage 2, not just want, but what do you really at your deepest level? Why do you really want it? And then step 4 is, who am I committed to become in order to create, or for this affirmation to come true? And then step 4 is, what am I committed to do in order to attain it? So for me, my take home on affirmations was actually to change the way I do my affirmations. And also to say, at the end, he says, include inspirational quotes, even when you're doing your affirmations, things that encourage you to become, to do, to convince your subconscious on why you want to have these changes in your life. So for me, the book helped me to kind of like understand what I'm doing wrong with my affirmations and correct them. For visualization, which is also something new, I was not doing visualization during my VH, so Miracle Morning has also added something. For the V, under Savers, the V is visualization. And he says, visualize your major goals. Visualize your deepest desires. Visualize the most exciting experiences. It's not just sit down and think of serious, difficult, challenging things, but to be able to just, every aspect of our lives, even as we pray for it, we should be able to see, how we want it to progress. We should be able to see the end, even when we are still at the beginning. We should be able to put all our energies, because he says when visualizing, feel, hear, touch, smell, every detail. So when visualizing, it's not just to see myself as when I've already been promoted, but it's to even hear the ululation when guys are celebrating that my name has been called, that I've been promoted. Is to see myself seated on the desk with that new title on it, with my name being called with a new title. Like, it's really feel, even smell the coffee when I'm being brought for coffee in this position, because you need to put all your emotions and your energies into that exercise when you're visualizing. And that was a take home for me, that I need to visualize who I need to be in order to be able to achieve my goals. So it's not just one thing which I just sit for 2 minutes, but it's actually an exercise to go through the full cycle of from the beginning to the very end, to be able to see myself at the very end. Exercise, I will not touch on exercise because that one we know. It's either we're in the gym, it's either we have home exercises, and also reading. We are reading the book, we are reading the Bible, we are reading anything that is relevant to our own personal growth. But I will touch on scribbling, because also there's quite a lot that I learned from the book, because scribbling, which is also writing and journaling, allows you to see your growth. Previously, I was journaling when I remember, or when I feel the topic was interesting. But he's also said that when you're journaling, it's not just to summarize what the topics are. It is to indicate, what are my lessons learned? What new ideas have I gotten? How am I growing from what I was before reading and what I am becoming? So your journaling, when you're looking at it days or weeks later, it's able to help you see how you have grown through the process. That the reading is actually transforming you, because it's causing you to create action points through which you begin to grow. So when journaling, focus on accomplishments, gratefulness, commitment to do better, not just summarizing what the other topic was, but what are your accomplishments? What are you grateful for? What are you committing to do to become a better person? Another thing which I also appreciated, because I always feel guilty when I don't do everything that I've always wanted to do in my VH. I appreciate the fact that he said you can customize your miracle morning to suit your needs at that particular time. It does not have to be the same routine every time. There are days when you're squeezed for time. There are days when you probably have to leave earlier. So there's that place where Mumbi talked about doing it even for 6 minutes, like your first 6 minutes, 1 minute you're doing something, part of the savers. But I also appreciated this because I have now got to a point where I cannot make excuses. Usually when I don't do my exercises in the morning, I feel like there's no even point to write there in the update, because I feel like you just didn't do. But I'm now at a space where I can acknowledge that I'm able to customize it based on my needs, and I don't have to feel guilty, but also know that I can do it for 6 minutes, I can do it for 1 hour, I can do it in the morning, in the evening, but at the end of the day, I must do my VH. And so I have no excuse, because I can do it for 6 minutes, I can do it for 10.
1 minute, Gloria.
Okay. Now, the last part was about creating habits, which like right now we're doing our 21 days fast, and it's OMAD, so you're eating in the evening. And I would want to take this up at most towards the whole of 2025. And I realized at the beginning of the first 10 days, which is the unbearable days, it's very painful. And then from 11 to day 20, because right now we're at day 21, it was much easier. So right now I'm getting comfortable, but I also appreciated he said that most people, because we've been told that to create a habit, it takes 21 days. So most of us after day 21, we become comfortable and we begin to let go, which I've realized today that my mind is beginning to want to go back to day one. And so the fact that you had already captured that in the book, now I know, and I'm going to be very careful to make sure that I get to my day 30 so that I can actually get to the transformational identity habit and make it a habit going forward. So now just to finalize, also I would encourage each one of us to take up the change your life, the email that will change your life challenge. Just like Mumbi, I also send out emails to my family, to my colleagues, and I've gotten feedback. Some of the feedback is wow, it shakes you awake. Because people look at you from very different angles. And I realize the challenge is to make you be intentional about wanting to grow and also to increase your self-awareness. So some of the things that people are mentioning to me it could be a positive character, but which also has a negative element on it. And so for me now going forward is to sit down and really, really internalize the comments that have come forth and come up with action points. And it's a positive thing that I did. Some of the feedback is what do you call it? It's a bit disheartening because you always thought that you're doing it right. But again, it has forced me to reflect further and to actually see. Now I'm very conscious of when I'm doing it and the response that I'm seeing, that I'm getting, and I'm realizing that yes, almost all of the feedback I got needs action, and I intend to do it. So so that I don't take much more time, I just want to thank you for the opportunity, and it was a great book, Coach. Thank you. Over to you, Coach.
Amazing, amazing, amazing. Ladies, I told you you're going to be ignited. These are members of the I Am Leading Book Club Season 18. And thank you so much, Gloria, for that insightful presentation. Very inspiring. Kindly let us celebrate Gloria for that amazing presentation. We are really inspired. Allow me to call in our next speaker. My goodness, where has it gone? Just a minute. I thought I'd opened my presentation. That disappeared. Okay. I want to call someone from the Ignited Flame. Let's start with Jen Joki. Jen Joki was a member of the Ignited Flames. She was a team leader there. She tells me that she has been a member of the book club since season what? 10? Oh, is it 11? Eh?
It's 10.
It's 10. Okay.
Yeah.
And she's a single mother of one girl. She's a business lady. She's in the events industry as well as the fashion industry, dealing with handbags. She loves cooking expeditions and she loves nature. Welcome on board Ignited Flame, Jen Joki. You have 10 minutes exactly. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Coach. Thank you for having me. And thank you to all the members of the book club for joining me. I truly appreciate. The book has been summarized in depth, so I'll be very brief. And The Morning Miracle has been such an amazing book, so enjoyable. And I feel like it has been an instructional book about how to create your morning routine. And I believe that is not new to us for those who have been in the book club for the longest time. Especially, we've all been practicing the 6 practices, the lifesavers in our VH. I'm so sure that is not new to all of us. I will not talk about the book, but I will touch on affirmations since most has been discussed. And I will give a story of how I went from being employed to unemployed during my time in the book club. And once you, and they said that success is you attract success. And after being in the book club for like 3 seasons, I was able to get to know who I was, what I wanted in my life, and what steps I was supposed to become who I wanted to be. And eventually, I got to a point whereby I realized what I loved most, my passions. And in year 2024, in 2023 September, I was able to resign from my job. I was working for a financial institution, and I was able to start an events company whereby I do decor, I do catering as well. And that is where my passion lies. So through the book club, we've been able to grow. I don't want to discuss the miracle morning again, since we've all discussed about it. And my greatest takeaway was affirmations. I mean, like being able to come up with results-oriented morning affirmations and diverging from the old ways of our affirmations. And I love the fact that they help us they help us to have a better mental programming, and they also enable us to become more intentional about our goals and providing encouragement and positive mindset to achieve whatever we want to achieve. And I love the fact that we are able to come up with affirmations depending on the seasons that we are in our lives. Thank you so much, Coach. I'm so brief because we have discussed the book in length. Thank you for the opportunity. Over to you, Coach Lois. Thank you so much.
Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. And thank you so much for being brief and just for telling us your takeaways, because indeed you have embodied this journey. You have been with us for many seasons. We have walked, it's like a journey we have walked together. I was there when you were in this job. I was there when you resigned and started your business. I have supported you in your business, and we had a beautiful, beautiful, beautiful something during the book launch. So thank you so much for making us sparkle because of the person you are becoming. Let us celebrate Jade for being this resilient. Season 10, now we're in season 18, and she's still counting it on. It is possible. We can turn impossibility to possibilities. Take a break from what she has said. Even if it's one brick of affirmations, it can turn around your life. Thank you so much, Jen, for that. So let's move to the next. And I'm happy that you are moving on well. Yes, we can have our next speaker, Anne Kinyua. Anne Kinyua was also a team leader. I think your group is Unstoppable Forces. Yes, that's who you are. So Anne Kinyua is a professional banker and a certified HR practitioner, CHRPK. Thank you for reminding me to use my title also. With an intention to help and change lives in whatever little way. Looking forward to a better me every day with consistent daily routines, because those are your bricks. And thank you so much for that, so that I can be all that I am meant to be as I fulfill the purpose of my life. I'm also a mom and a wife, she says, and she loves the outdoors, taking walks and nature trails, exercising, especially aerobics. I love this. When ladies say they love exercising, because that was not my story. Woo! I know where I've come from. Anne says, I'm a firm believer of healthy eating habits. Wow. And we easily adventure to the world of fruits and vegetables. Yes, because that's what we are doing from this season. This year, we are building this room of superfoods, fruits and vegetables. And I'm currently on a journey to rediscover and redefine myself. And I've therefore decided, yes, to take bold steps towards advancing my life to the next level in all aspects, all our rooms. And she believes that with the right mindset and community, she will achieve her desired ambition, because whatever the mind of a woman can conceive and believe, seriously, it can achieve. Welcome on board, Anne Kenya. Take it away.
Thank you, Coach Lois. Please confirm that I'm audible and allow me to present.
You can present, yes, and very few items so that we move. Thank you.
All right, thank you. Thank you, Coach Lois, for this opportunity. I'll be very brief, just like Jane. We are here just to discuss about creating miracles and how the book, The Morning Miracle, has been for us. And I'll start there by a quote by Oprah, that the biggest adventure you can ever take is to live the life of your dreams. And I thank you, Coach Lois, for starting us off with your example of the house and the bricks that we put in so that you can live the life of our dreams in that beautiful mansion. Allow me, I'll take a different twist, because other speakers have spoken about the book, and just say that I joined the book club during season 16, and I'm also an Ignited Woman of Excellence. And recently I joined the Rich and Royal Abundance Ladies Club. And at this opportunity, allow me just to say thank you to one amazing lady who introduced me to this book club. She has been very inspirational and a source of encouragement, and that's Alberta. I'm forever grateful because of what I've been able to achieve through this book club. Allow me to also say thank you to all the ladies who post their victory hour every day on Telegram, which keeps us accountable and, you know, knowing that we can do it, giving me that morale that I can do it. And a special mention to Dr. Neema. Her blessed quotes are amazing. They speak to me, and I'm very, very encouraged. And finally, Coach Lois, for being there, ever ready to support us and also push us to ignite possibilities. And so I'm just going to discuss, I'll take 3 minutes just to discuss my life in the book club, this being my 3rd season in the book club. And I must say, when I started the book club, I started last year, July, I felt like it was, you know, challenging. And I think at that time we were reading that book by, what's his name? It was, I think, John C. Maxwell. It was How Successful People Think. And I would read, and the book was heavy. And I think at one point I just texted Coach Lois and I told her, hey, Coach Lois, this thing is not working for me. I don't know. And I told her, let me see, but by Friday, if it doesn't work, I'll give you a call on Saturday. I remember that very well. I told her, by Friday, if it doesn't work, I'll give you a call on Saturday. And that evening, as I went to sleep, I was like, hey, but people are still reading. People are still, you know, they're reading, they're posting, they're sharing their stories. And I was like, then there's something. There has to be a way. Before I get to Friday, I have to figure out a way. And that's when I started seeing possibilities. There were possibilities everywhere around me. I looked at my day. I started looking at my day. I wake up at this hour. What do I do? My day at the office, what do I do? When can I read? I'm not an audio person, so I have to do a physical book. So it means I have to sit somewhere and write down. But, you know, I really analyzed myself. And with that, I was able to see the endless possibilities that I had. You will not believe it. I had very many limitless possibilities. And the end of it, I didn't even text Coach Lois back after that. I don't think we even ever spoke again after that, because I even believed in the possibilities that were there. So it's one of the things that this club has taught me, is that there are possibilities in everything and in anything, in whatever situation, there is a possibility. Just to think outside the box, just to review yourself. And this actually has made me rethink my life in every aspect, even when reading, even when I do anything. Why? What can be done? And I have all these limitless possibilities. And so it has been a journey of learning, a journey of unlearning, a journey of relearning. Oh, sorry, my tongue is heavy there. And I have had a great change of my mindset. One, I've learned how to audit my thoughts. And this 8 points I've put here have come through all the books I have read since last year, July. Audit my thoughts by eliminating negative self-talk from my mind. And of course, the word impossible is out of my mind. I always have to think, even before I respond to anything I'm about to say, this is not, and I retwist my statement. Of course, avoiding procrastination and making sure that every minute counts. And that is what I did when I started that, when we were reading that book, and now I had to reevaluate, where was I wasting time? So, and realize that every minute counts and everything has to be accomplished for that day. And also have a spirit of excellence in all that I do. Another thing was to be a woman of impact, intentionally inspire others. So even at the workplace, intentionally inspire people who are struggling at their work life. And then also even in my family, my children are now reading books, and we are able to discuss, what have you learned? My daughter is currently reading the 5 Atomic Habits, and she's about to be done with the book. And I mean, just to impact whoever I can impact. And of course, I've followed my passions. One of the books, I can't remember which one, is Do the Things That Make You Happy. And we will see in one of the Save Us items what I've been able to do as one of the things that make me happy. And of course, try something new. Last year, I just engaged and started salsa dancing classes, and I did up to intermediate level. Never have thought of it, never had done it before. This was something new. So this book club has forced me to go out of my comfort zone. The self-care protocol, it's amazing. I thought massages were for the wealthy. Well, yeah, and it was not for me. So I learned how to do the massages and know that it is like me eating fruits, me eating, having a relaxation somewhere. And of course, the self-dates, that was a first. I can't remember the lady who talked about the self-dates in one of our WhatsApp groups. And I got in touch with her, and she told me, Anne, just do it. This is what I did. And she encouraged me. And from then on, I've been doing the self-dates. And of course, to realize that I'm responsible for where I am today. And of course, develop habits that will take me to the next level that I want to be. So these are the 6 morning habits. Please allow me. I think everyone has spoken about them, so I will skip through them and just give a snapshot of how I have been able to create miracles in my life because through this book of Morning Miracles. So number 1, I would like to start with a quote there that success is neither magical nor mysterious. Success is the natural consequence of constantly applying basic fundamentals. This is by Jean Ron. So whatever we have learned from this miracle savers, the morning miracles, whatever we apply, just applying those basic fundamentals will create those successes. They'll be creating miracles. And one of the things that I have done is to become a 4 a.m. club member. Let me tell you, my husband thinks this is not the chick he married. I was one of those ones. 6, snooze, 7, snooze, and now 7, snooze for 5 minutes to run around the house like a headless chicken as I try to get back to the office by 8. And so I've become a 4 a.m. club member. Why? Because I have consistently, the part of last year, I tried to do the 5, and I would push it 5, then snooze to 5:30. And this year I've decided, let me do 4. Let me put myself out of my comfort zone. Let me also have time. It's sufficient time for me to sit in silence, to read, to exercise, and to journal. I realized that my 5 minutes of silence was too short for me. I don't know why. And so I've stretched it to 10 minutes. Just sit and listen and, jot down, read, and have time for my exercises and, do all that. And then interesting, I've done this over the weekends. Now, the writer says that over the weekends, you can, first you can pack your morning hour to fit your schedules and your times, but also even over the weekends, you can schedule it. You don't have to do the actual 4 a.m. And so over the weekends, I would do even at 6 o'clock. I think this past weekend, I did 5:30 on Saturday and 6 a.m. on Sunday. And that, let me tell you, my husband just thinks there's something wrong with me. First of all, something happening. Either I'm cooking things when I leave him in the room and go and look for my scheduled place. But I have loved it. because it is quiet and you're able to put your thoughts together. And so I would like to encourage you, 4 a.m., 5 a.m., 5 a.m., whatever is convenient for you. Now, the other thing is silence. What the thoughts that go through? Why your purpose? What am I doing here? What's driving me? What am I up to? What has been speaking to me? And I think for me, silence, that is why it was so key. What is happening in my season? And being just having time to jot down that and just, it has given me a lot of clarity, calmness, alertness, and also rediscover my passions. I'll show you something on the next slide. And I'm able even to manage seasons of setbacks better. 2 things happened to me in early this year and 1 late last year. And I realized a lot of silence, calmness, I'm able to manage. I'm not responding the way I would have responded. I'm able to take comments and review, reflect, and change, or not take them negatively. And then, of course, I have more energy levels and clarity in my mind, whatever I want to do. And ideas, now I start getting ideas and they become possibilities, and of course, turn to miracles. This is the miracle. To you, maybe it's not fat, but to me, it is. This happened on 16th January. I have been baking. I love baking, by the way. But I try not to bake because half of the time I end up being with that gluten in my body, and I don't like gluten. But I have, and when I bake, they don't turn out as round as you can see. I was not able to take a clear photo, but as round and well cupped at the top. And my daughter had asked me, Mom, could you please bake again? I realized that over time I've been baking more and my children are enjoying, but I was not getting that round cup, at the top. But this day, the cup came out. Why? I was so intentional. I was so, just doing it without stopping until I get it right. It is what made this. And this is one of my proud moments. And I'm very, very happy about it. Of course, affirmations, this was new to me. I knew, of course, declarations because I'm a believer. So I knew I would say declarations, and declarations, you can say when you're walking on the streets, the Bible, but just spending time just to make affirmations that are aligned to my goals and my dreams for 2025, which is my belief is my year of jubilee. So I have taken time to write on my affirmations, to read them through with a lot of emotion. Let me tell you, every morning I love the affirmation bit. And of course, I include my declarations. And this has improved my thinking. I now have more positive thoughts, and I really love it. My days are more energized and happy. Exercise, I can't talk about this. This is me. I love it. But one thing, I never knew the impact of the YouTube channels. And especially like now when it was raining. Yesterday was raining in the morning. I decided to try one of the YouTube channels that Coach Lois posted. I was sweating 30 minutes and I was sweating. Yet when I do my brisk morning walk or something, I would have to do 45 minutes so that I can breathe. So exercising, healthy eating, I can't talk about it, but let me tell you, this month, no sugar even in porridge, and no glutens. So I am very happy, and eating avocados, the green things, I have loved the avocados. If my mother found me eating avocado, she would wonder what happened, whether I had a doctor's prescription written, take avocado every day, which is a superfood. Scribbling, that is journaling. This is not new to me. I have been journaling previously, but not consistently. And so now I have come this month, I realized that actually journaling is more than a diary. Why? I was looking for something that happened in a season, same time, 2 years ago. And so I went back. I was busy looking for my journal, and I realized it had everything, whatever had happened and what I was trying to recreate and find out, just trying to find out something. And I realized that journaling is good. And so now I am consistently journaling. And of course, what also stood out for me is the gratitude journaling. Oh my, I have a smile in my face every morning as I write my gratitude. And of course, the reflections that come with it, and knowing that actually that God can do it, because some of those gratitudes are answered prayers. All right. I think this is just something I just wanted to say. If one plan doesn't work, please feel free to change to plan B, to plan C. For me, I think I'm on plan C, and plan C seems to be working very well. And I want to finish there with a quote from Oprah again, that create the highest, grandest vision possible for your life, because you become what you believe. Thank you, Coach Lois. Thank you for the opportunity.
Wow, 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 wow. Amazing. Thank you so much, Anne. I was thinking something. Yes, I mean, this is so profound. I can't even believe this is you, the lady who called me, and you're just wondering, oh my God, what kind of a book is this? How am I going to put myself into this? Everything seems to be too much. But here you are. Look at the miracle Anne has become. She has built her home, her life, and she has created miracles. Let's celebrate Anne for the amazing presentation. I love your style of telling us the stories, very inspiring. You are actually speaking to us. And there is your mentor, Alberta, saying, awesome presentation. Amazing, amazing. Thank you so much. Ladies, it's not over. We still have one more lady who is going to share her story. She has been with us. I wanted to give an opportunity to her. And she's Virginia Maina. You can see that smile. You can see that smile from Virginia. Virginia is a born-again Christian. She actually works in a church, you know? And she's a church leader in various capacities, from Deliverance Church, Githurai, and she is a mentor to many. When she joined, I think you will tell us when you joined, which season, and it's when I knew that she facilitates a program for married women called Virtuous Woman Program. Wow. Virginia has done so many courses, of course, with us, and I can see she has put the last ones that she did with us. She Speaks, which is a program, a coaching program for 10 weeks to inspire and impact. Wow. Thank you so much, Virginia, and welcome, and close it for us today, this evening. We are all ears. Thank you. Karibu sana, Virginia.
Wow. Thank you, Coach Lois. I am very, very excited this evening because of the great things I'm learning. And I am in for creating more miracles. And without further ado, I joined the club in season 10. So I've been here for season 8, sorry. I've been here for many seasons, and I thank God because of the transformation that has taken place in my life. I am a testimony of what is happening. And to the book club, to the book Morning Miracle, Miracle Morning, I just wondered, have you ever imagined yourself a miracle worker, miracle creator? I had never thought that in that line. And with this book, I have found myself becoming one, creating miracles every day. And this has been confirmed by one. Hydra, confirm whether I am able to share my screen.
You are sharing your screen.
Thank you. Thank you so much. I want to confirm this with the word of God from Isaiah 8:18 that says, behold, I and the children whom the Lord has given me are for signs and wonders in Israel from the Lord of armies, who dwells on Mount Zion. And every day I've been telling myself, I am a wonder. And this evening, every one of us here, you are a wonder, because that is what God has called us. And that is what God is making you and me through this book, The Miracle Morning. I love the insights that I'm getting from this book. And on to the book, Hal shares his story to offer evidence of what can be overcome and achieved, no matter how difficult the challenges are. And this is one thing that has really helped me, because I've not seen any challenge that I cannot be able to overcome. And I've been able to bounce back from very low moments, and I am proud of myself. And he tells us that if he could go from being found dead, told he would never walk again, going broke, feeling so depressed that he didn't want to get out of bed in the morning, to creating the life of his dreams, there are no legitimate excuses for us not to overcome any limitations that have held us back from achieving everything we want in our life. Literally none. We have to take our lives head on. And the challenge to us is to embrace the perspective that anything another person has overcome or accomplished simply evidence that anything you need to overcome or want to accomplish is possible for you, no matter what your past or your current circumstances. It is your time, and this is your story. Wherever you are in your life right now, both temporary is right now is both temporary and exactly where you're supposed to be. So be glad that you are where you are, because a miracle is coming out of that. You have to learn what you must learn so you can become the person you need to become to create the life that you truly want. It's time to wake up to your full potential. And Hal asks very provoking questions. Why is it that when a baby is born, we often refer them to as the miracle of life, but then go on to accept the mediocrity for our own lives? And we are calling those we are giving birth to the miracle of life. Where along the way did we lose sight of the miracle that we are living? Why do we wake up every morning? And all of us want to create our level 10 life. And Oprah Winfrey tells us, like Moby quoted, that the biggest adventure you can ever take is to live the life of your dreams. But sadly, very few people of us come close to living the life of their dreams. Most of us, we resign ourselves to a life of mediocrity, passively accepting whatever life gives to us. And this is you and myself. Lakini, I have gotten out of that. He talks about the success parallel, and one of the speakers mentioned about them, that we all want level 10 success, but our level of personal development is about a 2 or 3 on a scale of 1 to 10. We do the same things, but we want to expect different results. We want level 10 success in every area of our lives, health-wise, but we don't want to exercise. We want to be happy, but we are not taking care of ourselves, either emotionally or spiritually or in any other way. Finances, relationships, in our careers, our spirituality, name them. But if our levels of personal development, knowledge, experience, mindset, beliefs, etc. in any given area are not at a level 10, then life is always going to be a struggle. Our outer world will always be a reflection of our inner world. Our level of success is always going to be parallel to our level of personal development. You have no one to blame. You can only blame it to yourself. Until we dedicate time each day to developing ourselves into the person we need to be to create the life we want, success is always going to be a struggle to attain. And like Kyle, I got ignited and I am ready to change, and I am working on that. And our first challenge is finding time for personal development. And I have found time and committed to make it a priority in my daily life. I wake up, I ensure it is done in the morning. And the best time to do it is in the morning. This kickstarts your day, and you have so many benefits, like the previous speakers have mentioned about. Mobi explained that in details. You're more energized, more focused, and more motivated for your day, and you can literally handle everything, and nothing can break you. Our second challenge is doing what is most impactful. You have to choose and write down, and the word there is choosing. So you have a choice, and not choosing is also a choice. You write down your desired personal development activities, meditation, affirmations, journaling, visualization, reading, and exercising. And because I did that, every time I'm looking at them, it has helped me plan for them before I go to bed. And I get motivated to remain consistent in practicing these things. And life begins at the end of your comfort zone. That is what Donald Walsh says. And for me, practicing the activities has pushed me out of this zone. My life has literally begun. People say that life begins at 40. I am past 40 and my life has literally begun. And I am in love with the results. I am waking up each day on purpose, dedicated to fulfilling the unlimited potential within me. And I am eager every day. I'm looking out for opportunities, for possibilities to create the next miracle. Like I
Wow.
said, I've become a miracle worker. And it's
Yes.
no longer oops in the morning. It is no longer that I'm waking up tired and looking like this woman, feeling like you're flying, or feeling like your energy, you're on low battery. It is no longer those days. The morning routine is transforming my entire life. The silence, the reading, affirmations, visualization, exercises, journaling, and this is what I'll mention about journaling and gratitude. Choosing to be genuinely grateful for all that I have, unconditionally accepting all that I don't, and accepting total responsibility for creating all that I want. I don't blame it on anyone. I am responsible for creating them. And I will share just a few of the miracles that I've been able to create because I've taken responsibility for creating the life I want. I am no longer complaining about how things should be. I embrace how things are and seek out for these possibilities to create the miracles. Focusing on what I learn from any challenge and using it to add value to the lives of others has resorted to turning situations that would have otherwise worked against me for my advantage. And I am now focusing 100% on making the best of what I have. And this, I have seen myself turning whatever is happening, the adversities, into inspiration for empowering others. And I have few miracles I am going to share on empowering others. I've also learned that anything is possible when you're committed to it. And I've learned to pick myself up, start, and be consistent. And that I have seen transforming or changing things. And one of the best things that I am proud of is that I was able to start off one class, fitness gym, and we have been consistent. I have about 16 people who we meet every Thursday evening, and they are sharing transformation stories in their lives. And I am excited. There is no point in dwelling on all feeling bad about the aspects of our life that we can't change. And they will only lead to fear, worry, stress, reduced productivity. We have, no matter how life bad gets, there is always a way to turn it around. It is your responsibility to figure it out, get desperate for that change, take action and implement. Because some of us get ideas and we don't implement them. We know them, but they are not changing us because we are not implementing. Success is something you attract by the person you become. You become one who attracts. Create and sustain the level of success that you want. And this can only come through self-development. And he tells us that our outer world will always be a reflection of our inner world. We must work on our physical, spiritual, mental, and emotional well-being. And Coach Lois mentioned about this. Our hearts, our mind, our body, our spirit, all of them must be in sync. And he tells us that if you want your life to be different, you have to be willing to do something different first. And Hall provides us with 6 practices that will guarantee to save your life, the savers, and that has been explained. The silence, the affirmation, visualization, exercise, and scripting or journaling. And consistency in personal development routine is so beneficial. Let me tell you, ladies and gentlemen, it lowers stresses, gives you new levels of energy, clarity, and focus, leaving you feeling genuinely happy, motivated, and inspired. And armed with this, one is able to easily set goals, create strategies, execute plans, and create those miracles. And the other miracle that I've been able to create, I shared with some of us a while ago, is that I was able to help my son get a course, subject of his choice. Why? Because they were supposed to go and choose. Out of a possible 800 students, they had only 110 slots. And I told him, why are you stressed? We will just wake up the time I wake up and be in school at 4 a.m. And then you become the person that gets the first slot. And you know what? That happened. And when we go to school at that point, you know what my son told me? This is a miracle. I am the first one to get the chance. this can only be a miracle. I created that miracle. Another miracle I created recently. A son of mine did some driving a while ago. And every time I am afraid of allowing him to drive. And one of these mornings I told him, and he told me, Mom, allow me to drive you. And I told him, yes, you want to drive? Please do it. And you know what? For the whole of this week, he has been driving me every day. Every day. That's another miracle. Another miracle that has been happening, I've been able to create. I have become a miracle creator. Another one is that I've been able to do the exercises, the morning routines, even on Saturdays. On Saturdays, I am awake at 4 a.m. And when I am doing my ministry work, I have a lot of energy. I am able to handle any kind of thing that is coming up for me. The other one is that I've been able to follow through with my self-care protocol. Most of the times I would tell myself, I have no time to do this. I have been able to create those times. I have taken some time off from work for my self-care protocol. The other day, coach called me and I told her niko kwa wellness appointment. I've been able to attend the massage. I've been able to do my face care. I've been able to go for the spa, even when I have taken a day off from work for my self-development. And armed with this, I am looking forward to creating more miracles. It's time. You can start creating those miracles. Thank you and God bless you.
Virginia, wow, you are a sign and a wonder. Jesus, beautiful. Wow, start creating those miracles, ladies. Let us celebrate Virginia. I told you that. Virginia, you can keep sharing. I told you that here is just miracles. You can create miracles in 2025. Can you believe it? It has been 2 hours. 2 hours, and we have been here all seated. In fact, I was watching the numbers and I'm like, wow, consistently in the house, because we want to create miracles in 2025. And don't you want to associate yourself with ladies like this? Ladies who know how to create miracles in 2025. You know, if you stay away from the fire and you say, I'll do it alone, you will not make it. Come, join us. We are starting tomorrow the next read, and it will transform our lives even further. Miracles, miracles, miracles. Miracles are real, ladies. Let's do this. Let's do this. You can see we are igniting new possibilities. While others are struggling to do exercise for one day, people are doing it on Saturday and Sunday. Igniting new possibilities. When you are struggling to wake up at 5 and you are wondering, Coach Lois, what is all this? Someone is igniting a new possibility to wake up at 4. And that's the same thing I started this year, because I've been waking up. I used to wake up at 7:30, of course, a.m., and I would snooze. So I went to 6, I went to 5:30, I went to 5. Last year was 4:30. Now this year I'm igniting new possibilities. Also, I'm joining you, and to be a 4 a.m. club member. That's where billionaires are made. Not when people are asleep. Dreams are made when people are awake. Wow, it has been heartwarming just having you here for this evening conversation. And I'm so glad that you showed up. You showed up for yourself. And I love it. Even new people who have joined us in season 18, like Wanjiku, you showing up, every day. And as someone said, customize your VH, but show up. Show up every day. Ignite that possibility. Be accountable. Mumbi has told us how she has taken it to the next mile by being accountable. So whether you're in France, Sicily, or you're in Kenya, or you're in Uganda, I've seen Sylvia here from Uganda. Wherever you are, we are together in this. Let's do this together. We are sisters. We are here to hold one another. Yes, Mumbi. Yes, this is the Billionaires Club, and I'm so happy that you have joined this club now. It's the 4 a.m. club. Thank you, ladies. Have a great evening. Let's start tomorrow on a high note. Those who want to join us, kindly DM. Let's start. Yes, Malawi is here too. Oh, yes, I saw Angela. I saw Angela in the, yes, Malawi is here too. We are everywhere and we are spreading our wings because we are flying higher and higher. So to more miracles, let's start tomorrow. Thank you. God bless. Bye-bye. Thank you so much. Good evening. You may leave. Thank you.